more Democratic leaders are peeling back COVID mandates. Los Angeles County is lifting its outdoor mask mandate today. Well, that's a good thing after that Rams win, which was fabulous, by the way. The game in total was great, but all the mayor holding his breath the whole time because he didn't have on a mask. So it's a good thing it's outdoors is safe for them now. The state of California is one of 4 blue states which no longer have indoor mask mandates but are keeping the schools masked up, while 5 other Democratic-led states have opted to let children come to school without wearing their masks. It's the choice of the parents. And despite a lot of criticism that these decisions are political, Dr. Anthony Fauci weighed in.
Do you think that the local politics when it comes to these kinds of mandates are overriding the science, or largely no?
Well, Hallie, I wouldn't say it's the politics. I think it's the different evaluation of what's right for a particular community. I mean, we use the word politics. I'm not so sure it's that. I just think at the local level, there's a strong feeling of needing to get back to normality.
Jimmy Fallon is host of Fox Across America on Fox News Radio. Dr. Fauci could have just said, you know what, politics not my lane. Let me tell you about the science. He never says that, though.
But it is his lane. That's why he's discredited himself so much. Like, at this point, we should replace Fauci with something Americans trust more, like the sushi at a gas station. Nobody takes this guy seriously, Harris.
Which can be delicious if you're hungry.
It's touch and go. You know what I mean? You got to know where the station is.
Can be delicious.
But, you look at polling that says 31% of Americans don't take this guy seriously. They don't take his health initiative seriously. If you were running an NFL team and 69% of the players weren't going to run the play that came into the huddle, there's no way you're going to win that game, which is why Fauci has lost the locker room and has to go. But as it pertains to the mask mandates, okay, Democratic leaders are jumping into political lifeboats because they know the COVID regime is sinking and they want to get off.
So, but this is a good thing for those communities. The thing that I don't understand is the science points to taking the mask off the children first, just because of the percentage of them who've already had it and the percentage of them who don't suffer mightily from it when they get it, particularly with Omicron. Letting them choose things like mental health and those issues first, and then feathering in the adults.
Well, that's what's so infuriating about this, is they would accuse us of being cavalier with children's health if we wanted to unmask them. But in truth, masking them is being cavalier with their health. Of course it is. Okay, think of where we are to the points you just made. Okay, the CDC flat out tells us that a cloth mask does not work against Omicron.
Says it on the website.
So right then and there, full stop, the mask comes off. Masking kids is child abuse. And it's sickening to me that with all this data.
That's a good point. Because most people are never going to put their child in an N95, not a K95, but those like really ones that leave all the divots in your face and all that. They're saying, well, those are the ones that really work. Well, have you had one show up at your house yet? Because they said they're sending 5.
No, well, they're coming from China. There's a little bit of a shipping delay. It's not the best.
Goodness.
But it drives me crazy because, right now, without any data to support it, kids all over the country are sitting in a classroom with a mask on. Maybe not my kid. He's probably cutting. But seriously, this is true. Do you remember the Motley Crue song, Smoking in the Boys' Room? It's now, I mean this, it's now maskless in the boys' room. Kids go to the boys' room, Lincoln told me this, to take off their masks and be rogue for 5 minutes. That's ridiculous.
And Lincoln, by the way, is this beautiful baby.
He's a good kid. But the name Lincoln is a little controversial now, so he has to go by his middle name, OJ.
Oh, my goodness. You never let up. Okay, President Biden is sharing a very bizarre anecdote from his time in local government. And this just happened. Let's watch.
I got a call one night. A woman said to me, obviously not of the same persuasion as I was politically, called me and said, "There's a dead dog on my lawn." And I said, "Well, I'll get him in the morning." She said, "I want it removed now. I pay your salary." So I went over. I picked it up. She said, "I want it out of my front yard." I put it on her doorstep.
Jimmy.
Stop it. First of all, if it was true, dead dog removal would be the one thing he lowered the cost of. So congratulations, Biden, you finally did it. But we don't think this is true. It's like one of those other made-up stories that he was a truck driver or he knew the guy on Amtrak. This is the stupidest thing.
So politically, gosh, I hope I'm not becoming more of a cynic. But this is what I really thought at first, because our politics are so toxic right now. I thought, is he flexing politically so he can appear like, a bad boy to the Republicans, like, look what I did to the Republican caller in the middle of the night. I went to that lady's house, which is so inappropriate. Yeah. It's like following Kyrsten Sinema into the bathroom because you don't agree with her politics.
Yeah.
Moderate Democrat there.
I don't think he's that strategic. I actually think, I do. Okay. I actually think he just likes dogs in general. Like, they just adopted another dog.
He does like dogs.
He likes having someone in the White House that makes deals under the table besides Hunter. It means a lot to him. Good night, everybody.
Wow. Okay. I think that's my only wow this hour. I'm trying to cut back on the wows.
I'm trying.
All right. Jimmy Fallon, thank you.
The best.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.